My beautiful Virgo, super excited to do your reading today, and they've been absolutely interesting. I have no idea what's going on, don't know if it's full moon, have no idea, but they're being delivered quite entertainingly through me, spirit coming through me, but I am being guided to let you know that potentially you're here at Virgo and your message could be fucking any sign, anywhere, because the messages are coming through the energy for September, quite interconnected. So there could be multiple signs that are going to resonate for you for these readings, and to find which ones they are. And there could be 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe all of them. I don't know, or maybe only 2, but either which way, it might not even be Virgo. So what Spirit is saying is find which ones they are and then stick to that frequency, at least till the end of the year here. I don't know if that means just at this channel or what this is, but, and this could be a message for one person who has a birth chart who's like the wrong birth chart, so they're not resonating with their sign here, but they're needing to hear the information. So if you can, I don't know, listen to them. I know they're long, and I know it's quite the commitment for the month of September, although this is timeless, so whenever you come across this, the message is meant for you, but Spirit's wanting you to listen to the signs here that are going to deliver the most impactful message here for you. So what am I delivering? Well, for you, Virgo, we're going to look at your overall energy, the energy you're supposed to encompass here, what you don't see coming, some challenges and some opportunity, and then, of course, advice from Spirit. And I have been clarifying, although the last few readings have gone quite long here, and Leo didn't need any clarification. So I am a Virgo. I'm going to ask Spirit to remove any of my biases from this reading so that I can give and not project the objective truth here for Virgo and the Virgo frequency I'm tapped into here. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy Virgo's needing to encompass for the month of September? Well, we have Root Girl, the disowned self. I don't know. The disowned self? Root Girl, the disowned self. Okay, so getting 2 different ways this can go about. We'll see as the cards come out. I know you're not a fixed sign, but are we planting roots? Are we too fixed somewhere where we're needing to pick up sticks and go someplace else so that our roots can take? Or are we so disconnected from ourselves with the disowned self where we disassociated ourselves from what's going on? We're not grounded. We're not invested in our own involvement and accountability in what's going on around us. So we're pretending or telling ourselves that it has nothing to do with us. And our sense of accountability, responsibility in the situation, circumstance, whatever the case may be here, we're disassociating ourselves from it. But what Spirit's wanting you to encompass here is identify which it is, maybe, you know, where are your roots? Is it with your authentic, are they aligned with your authentic self here? Or are you putting roots someplace here that's just like, you need to review and remove yourself. Difficult to remove roots though, right? So let's take a look. What's the overall energy here for Virgo? Spirits, thank you so much for this message. For the greatest, highest good, please remove my biases from this reading and give the objective truth, the message here that Virgo's needing to hear for the month of September. Overall energy for Virgo, thank you so much. We have the Sun in reverse, and thank you so much, Virgo, for allowing me to tap into your energy at this time. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups in reverse. So I'm kind of getting 1, 2, 3 is what I just got. Sun, 1 sun. I mean, there's lots of suns, but in our solar system, solar system, I guess there's only 1 sun called the solar system. 1, 2, 3. What does that mean? I don't know. It's maybe as easy as 1, 2, 3. What are you saying, Spirit? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's succession here. Things are happening. Things are flowing. But Sun is in reverse. And the Sun I always see as a really positive card, whether it's in upright or reverse. Although in the shadow aspect, when the Sun is not at its positive, it could be, you know, something that isn't quite good, because it could be unhealthy ego. It could be not seeing something clearly. It could be we're not in line with what our true happiness is here. So, disowned self, are we in line with seeing what our true happiness is here? And if we're not, we start feeling this way, wishy-washy, ass backwards. Like I was saying yesterday, like, look at her. She's wearing this, looks like her skirt's on backwards and she's facing this way, but that's her ass. Looks like it. So she's ass backwards, walking backwards, facing one way, walking the other, doing one thing, but should be doing something else. Like half of her's here and half of her's there. One toe in, one toe out. Needs to plant roots, but, right? Like, what's going on here? And then what's this? Sun's not up. It's not in the upright. So it's not up in the air, but it's also not night. Like, I feel this is a wishy-washy energy coming from you, Virgo. This back and forth, wishy-washy. I don't necessarily know back and forth, but I'm kind of here and I'm kind of there. Kind of here and there. And you could be transitioning, and that's absolutely fine. So maybe you're just transitioning to find enlightenment and clarity about where you want to build roots, you know, and maybe you're not doing this on purpose. Maybe this is just a natural thing. It's going on right now, but look at this. 3 of Cups in reverse. So this isn't good. I don't like 3 of Cups in reverse. And to me, it has lots of different meanings. Lots of different meanings. But I feel like there's something here about not allowing light to shine, not allowing love in is kind of what I feel here. Oh, sorry, it was like that. Because this, I know I poo-poo it because I say, well, this is like kind of superficial relationships and keeping it light, but, you know, and hanging out with the friends. It is a positive card about opening our emotions and really friends we trust, or network of people, or soul family in a way here that we trust, or good friends, right? It's a positive card, but I never really read it fully as positive because I don't have many I don't have many friends. I don't deal with this. I have, like, you know, maybe one friend or whatever it is here. So to me, floating around this socialist type energy here, like, again, I don't know, I'm coming up in this reading and said, like, remove me, but this is like, I'd rather not hang out with anybody. I'd rather not go and put myself out there. I'd rather not engage. I'd rather not, okay? This is what this is, and I don't know, because I think this is why things are kind of where they're at. It's like, well, do you want to be happy, Virgo? And if you want to be happy, Virgo, why are we closed off to people? Why don't we allow, like, if the sun is trying to come in and we're not forcing the sun, because the sun organically rises, okay? If it organically rises, then we should allow it. And this is what happens when the sun organically rises. People come together, they talk, they network, they have fun, they make friends, right? It's organic, it's happy, it's joy, and it just happens. And I feel there's a resistance here. There's some sort of a resistance here. Disowned self. Yeah, there's a resistance, and it's making you feel maybe topsy-turvy, or maybe just your environment feels too topsy-turvy for you to allow yourself to organically let things happen here. So, what don't you see coming? What don't you see coming? What don't you see coming, Virgo? I have the 9 of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress. What you don't see coming. Wow. Okay, well, I think you let your guard down where maybe you were really guarded. Like I said, something was blocked. And what you don't see coming here is dropping of the defenses, retreating. But where do we retreat? Because retreating can mean we just surrender to what we're supposed to be doing here and just call it quits and go to bed rather than go out and have a drink. That could be the retreat. I think you let your guard down of how you normally are here. Yeah, look. Something coming in here to be bestowed upon you. And I feel like this is this. Like, something is given to you. I feel this is universe handing you something significant here that impregnates you. Obviously, figuratively, I don't think you could be getting pregnant. I don't know. But there's some sort of something here that gives you purpose. Oh my God, there's some sort of purpose here. I feel this is going to be quite significant reading. Like I said, these readings are fucking blowing me away, but the disowned self. So maybe you're floating around, not fitting in, keeping closed off, not knowing where you belong, one toe in, one toe out, knowing it's coming, but it's like, I'm still not fully happy here. And now there's an energy that you don't see coming. It's like you don't need to be in that energy anymore. So you let go and surrender that sort of an energy here, because you're gifted something that you're now able to nurture so you can birth it. It's something beautiful here that the universe is giving to you that means a lot. It's your baby. It's your project. It's your whatever you live for, I feel. Maybe you're given life purpose here. Like, it's that big. And the fact that we have the disowned self, again, like, have you been floating around here feeling like you didn't have some sort of life purpose here, or you're waiting for the universe to hand you a something here in order for you to nurture it? But yeah, I feel like there's a surrendering here, and an offering here of something that starts off little. And I'm not saying September you're going to fully birth it, but what you don't see coming is the beginning seed of what that is. The beginning seed of you then having something to nurture, something to give unconditional love to, because it's your baby. It's something you're nurturing, something you're birthing here with the Empress. That's absolutely beautiful, Virgo. Let's take a look at your opportunity here. What is your opportunity? Temperance, falling out to the side. Temperance, and, well, that one didn't feel right at all. Temperance and Four of Cups and the Moon in reverse. So, opportunity. Opportunity. Temperance, Four of Cups, and the Moon in reverse. Well, Moon and Sun. Temperance, Moon and Sun, masculine, feminine, balancing. Guess what's in your reading? The Sun was in your overall energy. The Moon is in your opportunity. Your opportunity is the Moon, and your overall energy, you have the Sun. So overall energy, masculine energy, although it was in reverse. And that could be masculine energy because I was saying something about maybe unhealthy side of ego. But we have your opportunity here with the divine feminine energy with the Moon, which is feminine energy. So Sun and Moon, Temperance, talking about balance, coming into some sort of alchemy here. The masculine, feminine energies, making it work, finding balance in a tempered situation where we're not completely disconnected, or we're not completely closed off, where we're not one toe in, one toe out, a little wishy-washy. We surrender this because we're able to find a good sense of balance. And the Moon was in reverse, I believe. It's coming in reverse now, which is what? Which is becoming more clear. Whatever was uncertain here becomes more clear. And I do feel like you might have been seeing things differently, you know, because the Moon isn't really that we're seeing something within ourselves like wrong. It's like out there, like our perception of out there. It was actually not what it was. Like, again, I use this analogy. It's like you go camping and then in the dark you hear a noise and you look and you see something move and you're like, okay, it looks like a raccoon. And then all of a sudden it's like you start to think, what if it's a bear? And, you know, your mind starts seeing these things and blowing it into like craziness because you don't really know what you're seeing out there clearly. So it is whatever your mind makes it to be. So I feel like you're coming out of the state of whatever your mind was telling you was the thing or what it appeared to be, and you're coming out of the state and you're finding some sense of balance. And I think it really has a lot to do with being in this type of an energy. This type of an energy is, I don't want to, I just want to stay at home and go to bed. You know, it's like I don't really want to engage. I don't really want to open up. I don't really care about people so much at this time, or what you're giving to me, or I have no real desire to engage myself. I'd rather not. That's the type of energy here. And look, this is universe giving us something, what you don't see coming, and your opportunity, Virgo. I know you don't see it coming. I said you're being handed something here, and you might have got excited because you're like, yes. You're like, yes, I'm getting something here that's going to give me life purpose, and I am tired of this, wearing this backwards jean skirt here with my ass backwards because I'm one toe in, one toe out. I'm tired of feeling this way because You can't possibly be happy here with a reverse sun saying no, no, no every single fucking time your friends want to hang out with you, right? Like, I mean, do what you want, and maybe you are happy, you're on your own, but at a certain point, you cut everyone out. And I think the universe is handing you this gift of something. It's bestowing upon you because it knows this is life purpose type stuff here. And what you don't see coming, like there's a need for you to release or surrender to something. And I think that's your challenge, but also your opportunity. Like it's coming up in your opportunity because I feel like you're challenged by your attitude here to actually see it, number one, and then accept it in order for you to have the opportunity to do something with it. That's your opportunity. But I think your opportunity is to come out of a state of seeing it as something bad, right? Like you're thinking, and this is so fucking Virgo, you're thinking, I gotta stay out late. You know, maybe I get hungover. Maybe Frank's gonna be there. I don't want to see Frank. Maybe, you know, my fucking car's gonna run out of gas. And then someone's gonna need a ride. And it's like, well, I'm not saying you're in this negative energy of, you know, projecting these negative energies, but I think you're coming from a place of you're already suspecting some sort of outcome here that isn't ideal, so you just don't go, you know, and it comes through pointed these energies, like I always say, in order for me to deliver the message. It might not be that extreme, but the mindset here is, I'm not going to do this or open up or do whatever this is here because I already know, I already see, right? But it's like, I already see the bear, and it's like, well, it's not a fucking bear, dude. It's a fucking squirrel. You know, but you don't see it because it's in the dark, I don't know, eating nuts beside your tent. So something's going on here and you're in this energy, but you have the opportunity here to see what the universe is handing to you. And the universe works in mysterious ways. So I say universe, this could be somebody outright giving you the answer, outright coming forward with some sort of offering, some gift or something. And you're just not seeing it. You're like, no, I'm still waiting for the universe's gift. And meanwhile, you know, it is Frank, and Frank's coming to you with the best thing ever since sliced bread here, but little do you know how impactful it was going to be for you. You don't see it coming because you're like maybe saying no, and maybe you're like, should I not? I'm not sure, you know. Okay, let's take a look at your challenge, Virgo. What is your challenge? I mean, it sounds like the challenge is coming out of this mindset and allowing yourself to surrender to something here, but what is your challenge? Here's a challenge for Virgo. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Swords. And the Chariots. This guy came out for almost every single reading. This is, why the fuck am I still here? Why the fuck am I dealing with this? Like, oh my God, what a headache. Like, look at this guy. He's like, what the fuck am I still doing here? That's what I get from this whole energy thing. And now I know why Spirit said they're all interconnected, because we're all putting up with what the fuck's going on. Like, why am I surrounded by a bunch of idiots who don't know what the fuck they're talking about? Or I don't know, but this guy is just like not wanting to be there. And your challenge is, you know, how do I get unstuck? How do I get unstuck, right? Like, I'm stuck here. This is the stuckity-est stuck. And it's like one of my subscribers was saying, like, this constipated Knight of Pentacles going at 0.25 speed here, like slower than all hell. But this is like stuck. Okay, so stuck energy that needs to get moving. And what is this type of chariot? Well, this chariot is sort of an energy of the universe working with us, but our shadow self needs to be integrated into who we are. Because if we are really somebody who is recluse and doesn't do this or don't we get certain outcome here. So we have to find a healthy way to find balance. Yeah, maybe we don't like going out, right? But it's like, yeah, well, maybe every so often, maybe change your ways a little bit, Virgo. Maybe, you know, you could go out once a month, maybe, or whatever, like once every other Saturday, and maybe you don't have to stay out all night. Maybe only stay till 11. I don't know, but there's a way you can integrate this, and that's your challenge. Find a middle ground here in order to be successful, to get through it, so that you can receive this offer. You know, I think the only way you're going to see this in front of your nose and see the squirrel for being a squirrel and making something out of this and actually finding your own purpose self here and find the roots. The only way this is going to be visible for you, I think you have to really allow the sun, the clarity, to come out and accept some sort of thing that's going on here, of how you're being or whatever is going on in this situation, and have a little bit of leeway here, okay? And in order to find a balanced way to do it, because I think you're feeling this, and that's the challenge. How do you get out of this type of a headache? Got to get out of this headache energy. So let's get some advice. I don't really need to clarify all that much for these last few zodiacs here, because it's coming through quite clear to me what the message is saying. But I'm going to pull some advice here with the Glow in the Dark Tarot. What is the advice here for Virgo? What is the advice for Virgo? Outside of maybe, you know, don't make mountains out of molehills, or be able to. I mean, look. Temperance and the Chariot. Major arcana here. There's something we're supposed to be working with differently in order to get the outcome that we want to be victorious. Okay? And we might have to admit we don't see everything accurately. We might be wrong, Virgo. Okay? Virgo might be wrong. I know. I know you were only wrong maybe once back in 1982. So how could you be wrong again? But you might be wrong. And I mean, I say wrong. There's no such thing as wrong and right, but you might be going about something here that gives you this. I mean, is it wrong or right? I don't know. It's giving you this. Do you want this? Do you want this? I don't think so. I think you want this. Although she does look annoying as hell, and maybe that's why you don't want to go out. Maybe you have people around you like this. Hey! Right? So I don't know that you want to be this so much, but I think you want this. I think you want happiness. So get out of this state, and what do you got to do? Get unstuck. And your challenge is, how do you find a way to balance that out here? Again, masculine, feminine energy, positive, negative energy. How do you take maybe a situation that might appear as though it'd be negative, or it normally is to you? How do we spin it in a way that makes it positive? Because I think when you do that, you open yourself up to getting something here that I think is absolutely beautiful, and it's being gifted to you. Okay, but you have to find a way to allow yourself to see that first, or else the universe can hand you this under your nose 50 million times. Could keep handing it to you, and I don't know if the universe is going to keep trying, especially if you're in this type of an attitude. You know, you're not going to see it. So what's the advice? I mean, that seems to be the advice. I don't know if I need cards here, if I need to say sayonara, Virgo, have a beautiful September. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Cups. Four of Cups coming out again. Guess what it is? In reverse. And the King of Wands. Oh my God. Spirit is hilarious. You don't even need me here. The universe is delivering the exact same message. Okay? Emotional new beginning. Finding that happiness. Finding the self here that feels disowned. You know? The self here that feels like it's going backwards, walking forwards. That girl with the jean skirt. Ass backwards. I feel there is a new beginning here. Emotional happiness. The cup runneth, overfloweth with the juices of life here. This is very positive, okay? But what the universe is saying is, you got to get out of that state, Virgo, where you're disinterested. You know, universe is handing you the cup. The cup is coming from the clouds here, and maybe it was a confusing situation or something you don't even want to see anymore or deal with anymore because you have a sour taste in your mouth. You just don't. You never have. I don't know. For whatever reason, you just don't, never have. And universe is saying, it's handing it to you, man. Like, look, it's in both of these, and that's what you have here. It's fucking the universe giving you something. It might be coming from a person, place, thing, but you're being handed the most wonderful thing here. It's the most wonderful thing here. It's the most wonderful thing here. And you got to get out of that state in order for you to see it. And we have the King of Wands. So, King of Wands. This is interesting because I've been calling this King of Wands lately the have it your way guy, because the King of Wands wants to have it his way. And maybe something's coming in and it's not how you want it. And it's not how you want it. And it doesn't mean you got to settle, because the King of Wands doesn't settle. But maybe the way you want it to be, or how you want it to be, is keeping you in this mood because it's not that way. So you're never going to get to this thing. So you might have to see it differently. Remember that squirrel I was talking about? It's not a bear in the dark. So you might see that as, well, I don't want to settle for fucking, you know, whatever it is. I'm not going to, but it's like, it's not what you think it is, Virgo. It's not what you think it is. So you think you're settling, or you think you are not having it your way because you're seeing it different, where it's like you might be getting it your way in the end. It came out differently, but it got you the results you wanted. But if you're so fucking stubborn, and saying it has to go this way, or this is the way that it goes, well, then you might not see this, okay? So I know it's difficult, but remember, I think the best way is then to question yourself. If you hear a rustling in the dark, you know, and it could be a squirrel, yes, and it could be a bear, yes. So we're not going to run with bear. We're not going to run with something that it's not. We have to get clear about what it actually is and use that information and then make decisions based on that. We don't say, I'm just going to shut myself down because, again, Frank might be there, my car might break down, and might, and that's how I see it always goes, right? So we're in the mindset of seeing the squirrel for the bear, and then we just run with that, and it wasn't having it our way, so we don't go out and we think the bear is going to eat us. But meanwhile, it's like, no, it was always a squirrel all along, or maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe whatever. Maybe you go outside and, I don't know, there's a bag of money that happened to blow in the wind, and that's what you were hearing. And you go outside and now you're, you know, you're super happy here. I don't know, I say a bag of money. Could be anything. These readings are really interesting. I don't know why these analogies come out the way they do. And it's just absolutely funny. And when I'm done the reading, I just look back and I laugh at how ridiculous some of this sounds. But I don't know. That's what Spirit's coming through me to communicate to you. Beautiful Virgo. Don't forget to check out your other signs if you want to take the advice from Spirit, because there could certainly be messages in other Zodiac signs here. And maybe this wasn't your message. If it wasn't, leave it behind for someone else. And I will see you soon. Bye.